Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of The Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Jesus Christ.
How's that?
No, I mean, it's just, you know.
I know.
Right?
You know.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, look who's here.
Hi, everybody. Hi, how are you? Great to be back. Listen, we are on the Mike O'Mara Show. We are doing something that we haven't done before. We are giving you live programming throughout every day of the summer, and
Yes.
thusly we are again one man down this week. We will be reunited after Rob comes back from Egypt where he's going to see the pyramids.
Yes,
and we're very excited about that. So I was gone. Thank you for the week and a half that you guys gave me,
missed
which was
you.
spectacular. I'm delighted to be back. I am not delighted to deal with switching studios, which still, after 10 years of doing this, is problematic because we have new equipment, and it was a bit of a quagmire. And did you sense me getting to the breaking point where I was getting to that point where I just...
No. We've gone it's gotten so much worse than that. We did this. I mean, we really did it, and I timed it about 32 minutes. Not bad for us. Not bad.
I know. I just sometimes I'm not like Kip. I'm not like Kip in Napoleon Dynamite. I hate technology. Because I came in here, I had every wire, every cable, every coil. After I dropped a coil, I had everything put where I wanted it to be, and then came in this morning, and it was just a difficult situation. We were trying different cables, and now if you saw what my studio in the melting sun of Florida looks like right now, you would see cables everywhere. It's a mess. We've gone smaller. It has not changed anything. It's messier.
That's
I need
more
a
room.
Skilled engineer down
Mike,
here.
that allows more room to put cables on the table. That's what it has.
We have to say, to pull the curtain back, as we love to do on this show, I have to tell you that Rob and Pony and Mike spent the morning hunting and pecking. We're not, and God, do we not demonstrate that we're not engineers when we're doing that? Because it's like, hit this, hit that. It's trial and error. And then when Rob figured it out and the button was pushed, it was like it's not a miracle, but we act like it is when we just. All we did was hit the right thing that we should have known all along.
Right, that we shouldn't have unhit the first time.
You'll never study a manual. You'll never learn it. I'll never study it. I'll never learn it. We won't. It will never happen.
I've read the Mackie manual.
I don't want to be fair. I want to be unfair.
But it's gibberish the whole way, and also the thing.
No,
about,
it's not.
No,
it's
they do,
and to you.
And also, and Pony back me up here. Mackie gets cute when they write their manuals, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, they do. They throw in cute little things and just little inside jokes.
Frequently asked questions. They'll put something like, "Can I use this mixer while I'm driving a car?" No. Like, really? I don't need that.
Like time wasting stuff.
Yeah, it's time wasting stuff.
Well, I spoke to Oscar last night, and he's up with his family, going to a christening, and that family. Hey, they don't go a month and a half without another kid pooping out. I mean, that's just the way, and that's why he's behind the eight ball with that. But I'm glad to be back with all of you. Maddie is back from her summer break, which was spectacular. We'll talk to her this week about that.
4 months in Europe.
I had the pleasure, and the reason I got a week and a half was I give myself usually a week going and a week coming, and I asked for more days this year. I didn't ask. I'm the boss.
You took.
See, I did. I took, and I'd take more if I wanted to, like a pirate. Anyway, so I
it's
took
Mike the Vacation Pirate.
It took an extra 3 days.
On the good ship Leisure Time.
And I'll tell you all about it because my extra 3 days was for something I've never done. I really don't think I've ever done. A buddy's trip, a boys' trip, which I've never had. I've never done it. I didn't do it when I was younger. I've gone to tournaments and stuff like that, but I've never gone away with a bunch of stinky men. I've never done that, and I'll tell you all about it.
What has prevented you? What has prevented it? What prevented it?
I don't like packs of people on any level. I think we've seen in our history that packs of people cause problems. If you get like the bachelorette party, That usually
Hate
results
that.
in some horrible situation. If you get packs of any particular group, they behave worse than if there were individuals. And if you mix individuals, sometimes that can be quite a pleasant experience. But if you put the same people in the same group with the same commonality, be it a sport, be it ethnicity, be it demographics, be it anything like that, people tend to, if they're going to misbehave, they're more likely to misbehave when they're in a pack.
Think of this. When Hitler met Mussolini, look out. It was the worst.
All right. It's great to be back with you. You one-note hump.
You love my note. It is beautiful and true.
The shows are easier to do, and this is a fact, and I'm going to give you a compliment to start this week.
Thank you.
The shows are easier to do with you simply because you know where all the elements are. You know where they are, and when Oscar's here and he pretends to do the elements because he doesn't study the elements, it's a little more problematic, which is why I'm tasking you with when you're gone the following week and Oscar and I are here alone, you got to have somebody, either know that what you do or somebody comes into your chair.
It might be easier just to work it. Might be easier just to come in. I'll turn my mic off.
Do whatever you want. You can store them up. I'll give you 2 weeks next year. That's fine with me. You don't have anything going. You can save them up.
What I will do is I will do an idiot-proof board for Oscar.
All right.
He'll have to hit maybe 3 buttons the whole day.
Said that before. And,
I don't know what variant of idiot I'm dealing with. So it has to have a little bit on the ball.
Well, I'm glad to be back. It was a great break, and the second part of it was kind of just me moseying around and getting my kid ready for the first day of school. That's another thing I have to tell you about, and everything that goes along with that. And
so was it basically the time you were gone a lazy, circuitous route from Maine to Florida with many misadventures in between?
No, because you can't do it. There's simply too many hours. The total time, 26 hours. Road time from the great state of Maine. Carla came down from our home up in Maine, picked me up in Massachusetts, and then we did the rest of the 23 hours. And there is no way to do, you're not going to do circuitous and lazy when you're, circuitous and lazy is just getting there.
Yeah, it's already circuitous.
But it was not as problematic as you might have thought, and I look forward to talking about it. But I have, hi, this is Jay Leno. What's your beef?
Yeah, Dave, what's your beef, Jay?
Somebody sent me or to digress, might as well get through my first digression right inside of the show. Somebody really sent me a YouTube video that was a very condensed version of the Late Night Wars with Carson and Letterman and Leno, and it really was condensed. And if you're a Jay hater like so many of us are, I urge you to pop that on because it's on YouTube, and I think it's Late Night Wars, and just take a peek at it.
Is it actual footage or is it from that movie, that horrible movie?
No, it's actual footage. It's got the Kimmel interview with Leno right after he stole the show from Conan. It's got Letterman talking about saying something along the lines of, you might want to know why I'm picking on Jay. I think because I enjoy it. It's just it's a lot of fun stuff like that.
Do you find, though, that I know that we've been Jay haters from way back, but it's harder to hate him now that Jimmy Fallon is here?
Yeah, it's harder to hate him because he's been gone for a while now, and he does that fluffy...
I got my car show.
Yeah, that fluffy little car show, which I like.
Where's my denim shirt, Mavis, and the car show?
But I didn't know Stern hated Jay so much more than... anyway, well, if Stern hates you, no one does hate better than Howard.
He doesn't tend to hide it.
No, Howard does hate, because he's a DJ. We all hate. We hate stronger because we're the lowest rung of the showbiz ladder, and podcasters even lower than that, which I am. So I can still muster up, even at my advanced age, a tremendous amount of hate. But
we don't hate James Corden because there's just not enough there.
Well, yeah, and I don't watch it, so
it's true.
I can't hate a guy I don't watch. But I did want to say one thing. There was some chitter chatter online while I was gone, and I read it all. I'm always very sensitive to see how everybody's doing, and I didn't hear that much about the shows because you guys are killing it, and you guys do a really good job. I tuned in to the Johnny No segment, which was brilliant, and I know that came out of your brain, and you are to be congratulated for that. It was fabulously funny, and I loved it was perfect.
It's actually spurred from an Oscar idea, but I wrote the bit. And the thing that's so sad,
so you collaborated on it with O. That's awesome.
I believe Johnny's last day was Friday, so we won't be seeing him much anymore throughout the rest of the semester.
That's a shame. Well, he can come back if he ever wants to come back and do that with me. I would love to play that that game again sometime. But it was really a great bit. And I didn't hear, on the show outside of the usual stuff we get. What I did hear was some stuff that I want to clear up now.
Okay.
And by the way, as I'm clearing this up for the listeners, I will be clearing it up for me.
All right.
And because I do believe that we are a collaborative. We're not a dictatorship, but and Lord knows when I'm off for a week and a half, and you guys are covering me for that, that's a wonderful thing, and I think it's great. And it's up to you guys to put it together and do it the way you want to. However, what I got from the listening audience that I want to clear up for me and for them is this business of what people listen to while they are waiting for, is it the YouTube video to come? Pony, can you join us, please? Because this is your purview here. I want to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's nothing that they listen to while they're waiting for the YouTube video.
Somebody
The
was
live stream.
multiple people were complaining about hearing something that Oscar did again and again and again.
Oh,
and
yes.
again. Do we know? Can you
TMOS
explain
Live.
what that is?
Please explain, first of all, the concept of TMOS Live.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about the video. The TMOS Live is our 24-hour live stream.
That's on the app, right? You can get that on the app?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Not unlike a radio station, Mike. You can punch it in at any time, anywhere, and you'll always have our show right there with you.
All right. Now and we've had problems in the past, right, with freshness of material on that 24-hour live stream, and apparently there was frustration. Were you at all aware of that, Mr. Ponyboy?
This is an issue that we've been working on fixing, and I have an intern now that's just pulling nothing but fresh content.
And we've been putting fresh content in there, and also there are.
So what was the complaint about the Oscar thing playing again and again?
He heard a segment about Oscar twice in 1 week, which is not what I want, but the system is getting better because.
Right, so are you saying that you said he, like there's an individual that you're speaking to?
Well, the listener that I saw the post from.
Okay, but there were others too.
It did pile on.
Okay, well that I mean,
and it didn't sound like it was twice in a week. It sounded like it was that they'd heard it actually twice while waiting.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, and there's
don't
nothing
shut down, Pony. It's not going to be. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah,
everything's going to be
that.
okay. Don't shut down on me. I'm just kind of curious.
Come back, Pony. Walk into the light.
I'm right here.
Carol Ann.
Don't go into the light.
Stay away from the...
Actually, now might be a great time to go into the light.
I'm really doing this because I don't want to deal with this tediously on a phone call myself. So I'd rather put it out there for people's entertainment.
The tedium,
I couldn't stand it.
The tedium of phone conversation.
Do you know how he plays it? You see what he goes,
yeah.
I know he said like there's one guy.
Yeah.
No, there were multiples. There were people that were all, I'm just curious, really twice in a week, would that be? So if somebody's listening to the live stream every day, the twice in a week wouldn't be that big a deal. But if it's more than that, it would be. But it's still, I guess, just keeping it fresh every day.
Yeah, and we're adding segments all the time.
We have thousands of hours of programming.
And there's probably over 100 hours of programming in there now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot that goes into preparing it so that we don't have like commercials repeating and things that we don't want to have.
Right. Evergreen
so
content.
We can't just throw stuff in there without editing first.
Why would people be complaining about it?
Well, I mean, I can absolutely understand that they're not pleased if there are segments repeating, but like I said, we're doing everything we can to pack as much stuff in there to keep things from repeating. Because over the course of a week, I mean, that's a pretty long time for something that's playing 24/7 to not have repeats, unless we have, 3 or 4 times the volume we have right now.
All right, so here's my suggestion for the people that have an issue with that.
Yeah,
I would like you to post on online about any issues you have, and if you want to explain yourself, if you think Pony's being fair,
yes,
let him be fair. If you disagree, we can open this up again. But it sounds like he's doing his best, and we're trying. And by the way, these are people that are waiting specifically for the live stream to come on, because as well as getting that 24-hour content on the TMOS Live app, you can get which is Playapod too, right?
Yes, of course, the Playapod app.
More.
Grab it.
You also get this show live right now. You're hearing it live.
Oh yeah, it breaks into the
right?
live stream. When we are doing live content, you'll be able to click on it.
So people that were complaining, the way I understood it, Pony, were the people that were waiting for us to go on. Does that sound right to you?
There is a period of time where we stop all the audio down right before the show starts.
And so anybody who was waiting would hear like content prior to that and might be frustrated because maybe the show was dropping a little later than normal. Did the show drop a few times late last week?
Oh, it
I'll give you a
actually, I
hint.
think it was
Oscar was the co-host, so I'll give you a hint there.
Yeah, that's Rob. Do you hear that sound? That was Rob taking both of his hands and throwing Oscar under the bus.
You hear the metro coming down Wisconsin Avenue? Here it comes.
Boom, boom. No. Next stop, Oscar's thighs.
Oscar's
By the way, don't they have a lady doing it now? Right? So that's past tense, much like my career. Past tense. So it's all right. The other thing is and this is dangerous ground here.
All right,
because as far as I'm concerned, if the shows are funny, the shows are funny. But there are super sleuths out there, Rob Spiewak.
Yes, Mike.
That are on to your little trick that you and Oscar have of doing something that we normally don't do.
What's that?
And that's stacking shows, as we talk about, which means you will record, a la David Letterman, you will record more than one show on a day. And now we do it when we do the bonus show. We do it every week.
Of course.
But we don't routinely record more than one regular show. You guys apparently do that all the time.
We did We did only 1.5 times last week. We did a half a show and then a full show in one day. That's it.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Yeah. And
so
also
you didn't stack up like 2 shows or 3 shows in a day.
No. And also,
all right. How did the sleuths know that? How do they figure that out? What do they? Why am I reading about that?
I think one of the things is that I always think it's sort of funny to drop a hint about it, like, "Hey, how was your weekend?" When if we're recording a show on Friday,
so you're doing shtick.
Yeah, a little bit of shtick, and they probably read between the lines. And you know what? I want to send all hail, Nancy Drew, Columbo. You did great. You figured it out.
See, they all try. Well, people care. I think it's great that people care,
and we care too. That's why we're giving you live content all summer.
Now, the other thing, and that's it. So that's it. That's all. Those are the only, we're striving every day to make the show better for you. Also, when I spoke to Oscar last night, he informed me that we are a few seats away now from the live show on Saturday night in Las Vegas.
I'm thinking single digits.
All right, we're in single digits. So today is the last day.
Yes.
I believe that you will be able to grab a ticket for TMOS Live. And how are we doing with our fruitcakes? Just to clear up all the business.
Steady, rolling in, good. We're seeing a lot of repeat business. And also, remember, people, this is not an open-ended thing until the holidays. You got to get your order in now. So make sure you do that. But here's one thing you need to know about the Vegas show is we're actually doing both shows on Friday night, and then we're going to replay the Saturday show on Saturday.
Nancy Drews. So all you Nancy Drews can come out and see that. All right, and last thing, I really, really think that we don't emphasize enough on our show how grateful we are for I was thinking a lot about the way we do the show and how we've become successful over the years, and I consider this show a success based on its longevity. It's just a delight to do, and I really think of our show as a favorite restaurant. And the favorite restaurant would probably be wrecked if it became a chain or it went out, though. Although we'd love somebody to swoop in and do that. Maybe we really don't want that. You keep everything going, whether it's fruitcakes, whether it's selling tickets to the live show. You do that for us, and I did a lot of thinking about it on the break, and I'm eternally grateful that you keep our little Italian restaurant, and I'll defer to Paulie Christine for that. You keep our little Italian restaurant afloat by a select group of people that really are the core of supporters that keep this thing, that really, really support us so wonderfully, and it's never taken for granted. We are so, so grateful that you do that. And I just wanted to say thank you. I thought about it, and I thought about the fact that, we're doing these fun little things like a live show in Las Vegas, and we're doing a thing, out there in Fruitcake Land as well, bottle of red, bottle of white.
Hey, I want to say a welcome to our little restaurant. This is so nice. I
appreciate it. Yeah. I really do. I appreciate it. I'll tell you what I don't appreciate. Yes. I don't appreciate local television, and I got a deep dive.
No.
If you don't think we're living in an effing idiocracy, I took the time on my break on a Saturday morning alone in a hotel room not to watch pornography, to watch local television. And I wrote it down.
But, Mike, to many people, is not the same. Local TV and pornography.
It's the same. It's porn.
Look, it's David Culver.
It's wonderful. And I'll have the details with that. Did we technically start the show yet?
We must start the show.
Well, damn it, turn Billy Joel off and start the goddamn show. Thank you.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I feel like the sexual harassment news has finally been going on long enough to where my guy friends feel comfortable complaining about how hard it's been for them. All of a sudden, my guy friend's like, what, so I can't even hug a woman at work anymore? You never could. That's why we're in this mess. No one wants to bump nipples with you at 9 a.m. by the Keurig machine. It's weird. But as I say that, I want you guys to know, I get it. Of course you want to touch women. They're so freaking cute. They're impossible to resist. I relate to your frustration because sometimes I will see a service dog at the airport. And it's wearing a little vest. It says, dog working, do not pet. Now I'm in a pickle. Because I'm going to pet that dog. This is going down the easy way or the hard way. I mean, it's a dog. It obviously wants it. But I don't. I never pet a service dog. Some of that vest, you're like, oh, God, that dog's in the middle of something, you know? You respect that vest, which makes me think that's what we need to start doing at work. Women need to start wearing little vests to work. Lady working. Do not hug.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We are live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. The Mike O'Mara Show, or TMOS to our friends, is a worldwide podcast and radio show with a family of listeners who are unrivaled in their love and support for their program. If you're a first-timer, sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained. And for our longtime friends, thank you from the bottom of our hearts every day for joining us on TMOS. From Prineville, Oregon to Morrisville, Virginia, from Bunk Foss, Washington to Yellow Spring, West Virginia, from Freehold Township, New Jersey, I know that one, to Hanoi, Vietnam. Hanoi! The Mike O'Mara Show is on now.
You never disappoint, Mike.
Thank you very much. Great to be back. I'm getting into the swinging thing right now, Jonathan. The show today brought to you by Cheers.
Yes,
Let me tell you about Cheers. Rob Spiewak going out of his mind about Cheers. Cheers Restore is an after-alcohol aid designed to reduce the negative effects of alcohol. Whether you drink a little or a lot, take Cheers after a night out, and you will feel at least 50% better the next morning.
Let me tell you a story. I will get into this later, if not today, certainly tomorrow. I dropped Julia off at college on Sunday. Big day. Saturday night, we had friends and family over, had a cookout, and as you can imagine, Daddy was having a few beers, right? Because
Daddy was emotional.
Yeah, right. Emotional and having a good time. Right. And I realized as the evening was winding up, I had a very early call. We had to be on the road at 6 to get her to school. So I popped a couple of these Cheers, and I said, good luck to me. And when my alarm went off at 5:15, I was ready to go, and I went all day, even was at a concert last night, had a late night, and it never caught up with me. And that would not have happened without this stuff. So I say,
like
yay, Cheers.
Antacid for alcohol, right?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really
Cheers
helps.
Restore neutralizes alcohol's negative effects so you can wake up feeling great. No more headaches, nausea, or sluggishness the next day. And it's healthy for your liver, too. For a limited time, our friends at Cheers are giving our listeners a chance to try out Cheers Restore for free. To take advantage of this offer, simply go to takecheers.com/TMOS and take the 30-second quiz. You pay $1 for shipping, and your 4-dose sample bottle will be on its way along with a free gift. Again, that's takecheers.com/TMOS to get your first 4 doses of Cheers Restore for just $1. Cheers is the best thing to happen to alcohol since alcohol.
It's great. I'm not good at many things. I'm good at drinking, and I love this stuff. So buy it.
Well, it's
Please
amazing.
do.
All right, so I have the first day of school, but like you know what that.
Did you post
right?
a picture on Facebook?
Not yet. No.
Oh,
I'm
then
not sure.
I'm sorry. You can no longer live in Loudon County. I'm sorry.
It's
Goodbye.
like ridiculous.
Goodbye.
It's fine.
It's
Bus
fine.
late.
It's fine.
But his first day on the bus, braved my little dude. Hug him, kiss him. Brave. Imagine being 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, and you're getting on that big beast, and he's out on a main drag too, with the cars going.
Oh wow!
And the bus was late, and mommy and daddy were stressed a little bit, but we're trying not to show it. It's like,
oh, you can't.
What do you do? Do you wait 20 minutes? Do you wait 25 minutes? I mean, and then
at any point, did you get the impression that maybe you had missed the bus? Because that's always the thing that goes through your mind.
Yeah, or more like they'd missed us. But then it finally did show up, and he and you know what? The bus driver right away.
Hey, dude, it's Otto.
No, it wasn't Otto. It was a Seneca, I think was the guy's name, and he reaches his hands out to say hi. You know, I love that. Just a greeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A greeting. Reaches down from his perch and says, "Hey, how you doing?" And my little man was the first one. He's the first stop.
On the first stop.
He's the first stop.
Oh, does that mean he's
going
last?
to be the first stop or the last
I
stop?
think he'll be last off then.
Hey, good luck.
Lots of time with Seneca.
So
as a
I'll get
former
to
bus
that.
driver yourself,
Yes.
he measures up?
I don't know. I mean, it's, I don't know what the deal is, but I mean, he got there and he said it didn't start. The bus didn't start. And then Carla, this is so cute. She's such a mother of the year. She gets, we get Michael on the bus. I come back to, fix my printer.
Yes.
And then
that's the real problem with a late bus. Is the printer
right.
stays broken.
The printer needs to be fixed.
And there's
really
there's a window.
Yeah, I mean the printer has to be fixed on time. That's
Get on the
it.
bus now.
Come on! All right, you're late. Anyway, so he gets on the bus and he's a trooper, and it's just no time. There's so much going on. There's no time for emotion, and then mommy busts ass to get over to the school where she's going to walk him to his first class. And she's going to get him off the bus.
Okay,
so it's cute. You can do. They give you that option. We took it, and that's it. So
did he know she was going to be
great.
there?
Yeah, he knew.
Okay.
It's part of the drill. It's part of the thing they have you do, and I hope he loves it. And oh God, it's just I'm getting more emotional talking about it now than I did, when I dropped him off.
Mike, now that the printer's clean, your head is clear.
Yes, the printer's fine, and and when I go through college drop off, I'll be in the back of the car with my son in an urn.
I was going to say,
so it's a really big thing. You know?
could probably stay with him on his shelf.
Yeah, he could keep me at school. He could keep me at school on a shelf behind his books. You can eat. Dad's behind the bookshelf.
Dad will always be here. Where'd you get those ashes?
What is that on your bookshelf? All right, but I don't want to talk about that because now we have to break.
We should break.
All right, let me just finish in school.
Okay,
and then
all
I'll
right.
try to this is what I have trouble with organization when I'm doing.
Okay.
School was wonderful, and I'm really glad that we found out a week before who his teacher was going to be, and we were informed that she's going to have a baby soon. And then we got there, and she's very pregnant.
Excellent for breaking up the school year for him.
Absolutely. And then we're told today she's on bed rest. So isn't that great? Way to go, public school system of Florida. Isn't that great? Thanks so much.
Now, is that prescribed bed rest?
What was the point of all of it? What was the point? I mean, if you're gonna have a kid, have a kid. You know what I mean?
Well, this is like this is like the old Tonight Show. You'll have a guest host every week.
Yeah. But I mean, they got a second in command, and that's a very nice.
That'll be good
too.
Mike, if the one thing that a kindergarten doesn't need is structure, I think that'll be fine.
It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. So more to come on that. I don't want to get him in trouble or me in trouble or any of that. There'll be somebody. We're in the public school system now, so
and it'll work out. Carrie's been on bed rest all summer.
We'll take a break, and when we
self-prescribed.
Come back, it's morning television. And
Yay!
If you don't think look, that's how they get you. Okay, that's how they get you. Rob and I have been saying that for years, and I wrote it all down because this is how stupid we are, and we're lapping it up with a spoon, and everybody's out there trying to screw you. And I'm going to have all the details when I come back and write it down and print it. Take it upstairs to the fat man.
The fat man.
We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hey everybody, it's Angie Goff with a new Oh My Goff show out this week. We're going one-on-one with Jerry O'Connell to talk about his new talk show. Also, went to the movies, but it was the concession stand that got 2 thumbs up. Did you know that you can order chicken and waffles? And Mama Chin goes primetime and spends my first paycheck. I'll explain. Don't forget, just subscribe to the Oh My Goff show on Apple Podcast or watch it on YouTube.
All right, Angie, one-on-one with Jerry O'Connell. That's worth a Purple Heart. Anyway, thank you very much. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, guess who's back? It's me.
Hey, look! He's back!
Me, Mike O'Mara.
Yay, Mike!
Rob writes these.
No, I know. That's a lie. You said, make sure they know I'm back.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let me read the way you
Please, from the top.
This portion of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by the TMOS Fruitcake Futures. Guess who's back?
Who?
It's me, Mike O'Mara. Hello. I was gone for a few days. Do you know why?
Why?
I was searching the world for a Christmas treat better than a Rob Spiewak fruitcake. I looked everywhere. The result? Negative.
Oh.
There is none better. Lucky for you, the time is nigh, and it's your once-a-year chance to snag a signature Rob Spiewak fruitcake. Guess who's back? It's me, Mike O'Mara. Hello.
Hello.
Get ready to place your order for the taste of the holidays. They taste even better than you remember them, with 2 big ways to buy big. With 2 big ways to buy big.
That's right. Two big ways to buy big.
With 2 big ways to buy big. Let me do it again.
Hey, look who's back.
Hey, guess who's back? It's me, Mike O'Mara. Hello.
Hello.
With 2 big ways to buy big.
Yes.
And support. With 2 big ways to buy big. In the spring, peas grow there. Get me a jury. With 2 big ways to buy big.
That's the fun of it, isn't it?
And support TMOS. Come on, fellas, you're losing your heads.
No money is worth this.
Including deluxe packaging, an exclusive new collectible. I wish we'd just come out and say what it is, right? Can't we say what it is, the collectible?
No. The element of surprise and fun. That's Christmas, man.
It's great. I'm getting one.
Yes.
I'm putting it on my tree. Go to our website and
That's
buy
right. It's a live bird.
It's a candle you can burn. Go to our website and buy as many as you like. TMOS Fruitcake Futures. The holidays start right now.
And
well, yes.
hello.
Thank you very much. Okay, so
MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I went away with the boys on a golf trip.
You keep saying boys. Who are these boys?
They're old men that I play golf with.
Okay.
And they had a thing where this guy that is a member of a golf club in Massachusetts, got together with his friends up there and got together with his friends down here, and they made an arrangement to have us all get together up there and compete against them and call it a North-South Ryder Cup. And it was really, really cool. It was fun. It was lots of beer. It was lots of golf. It was just a change of scenery. It was wonderful because I didn't get a chance to see these guys for a while. And, you know, they're all different from me because I'm like the token Democrat. I am the token Dem. I'm the token lib, and that's the way they roll. But it was so cool and fun. And the nice thing was it wasn't too rowdy because we're old. Right. And I can't do rowdy anymore. I can do, you know, a few. I got pretty loop-de-loop one night, and that was it. I couldn't have done it every night. No. It's official. I can't hang like I used to hang. And I'm talking about as recently as in my 40s, I could go, you know, 3, 4, 5 nights a week sometimes, and I would have a night out, and I'd be fine. I can't do that anymore. One night, and I'm pretty much tapped. Now, the only
How many boys were along?
12 from our place, and then 12 that are up there. So,
so everyone in one hotel room.
No, I stayed at the later in the show. Maybe I'll get to it. Maybe later this week I'll get to you about these hotel rooms.
Ugh.
These gross, over-traveled, they don't remodel them. They're just crappy. But
never painted, plaster absorbed with shower water for the last 100 years. Horrible.
So I go out Wednesday night before this even starts. That's my night to roar. And it's fun. And I discovered a new alcoholic beverage. And I'm not throwing out any hints because it's not legal to send this to me.
Okay.
But this is a product. You might be able to get it in Virginia. It's expensive.
Don't anybody mail this to Mike.
But if you can find it, I would welcome your review of it.
Okay.
It is a product in a can called Fisher's Island. It is absurdly expensive in a case form.
What is
it?
it?
It is lemonade. It's Fisher's Island lemonade. It is lemonade infused with vodka and whiskey. And let me tell you something.
As you said in that last commercial, Mike, hello.
Hello, Rob. 9% ABV.
What? 9% lemonade?
And it was a 93-degree day, and baby, Daddy was having fun. All I know is I was driven home by an Italian man in a Corvette with the top down and dropped me off at my hotel, and I think my last words to him were something like, appreciate it for it. Appreciate it for it. Appreciate you. Thank. It's a Corvette. Johnny V. Have a set up a Corvette Stingray. And then I was a little logy for the day after, but then settled down. So it really wasn't that super.
Were you mostly of
Fisher's
the
Island,
24
remember?
that you would, I guess, at the end of each round, all 24 would hang together probably because that's social, right?
Yeah, more us than them. More
So
the
let's say
guys
you
that
got
were
a
on the
dozen.
road.
You got a dozen people together.
Yeah.
Are they mostly? I mean, that Fisher's Island. That seems like an outlier. Were they mostly beer guys?
Yeah, mostly
cocktail
beer
guys. Okay,
almost exclusively beer guys.
Because I mean, I know that this can be
some of them
proved a
flip
liar.
to the hard liquor. You see, when a guy's a really going to get loaded, he makes the pivot. And a lot of us make the pivot.
Tell me about
you see
it.
the pivot from beer to the hard stuff, that's when you know, and that's when you end up riding home in a Corvette with the top down.
Johnny V.
Just going, and by the way, watch me, especially after this summer, sliding into a Corvette.
They're not tiny inside. I would think more of an issue of the lowness. Yeah. It's a low car.
A lot of issues. So everything's fine, but I woke up on Saturday morning and was up early
in Boston
because
still?
we were going to play in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Okay, all right.
Where the Rock is.
Yes.
Where the Pilgrims are.
Yes, that's where they landed.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, it's where you see homes 1600s. That's where it all began, right? Before where we started to pillage North America. And
they didn't even Mike back then. They didn't even have hard lemonade.
No, they didn't have hard lemonade. This stuff, Rob, Fisher's Island. If you can get it, you're going to love it. I know you are. There's not even a doubt in my mind.
Well, one of my favorite mixers.
Put it over ice. It's phenomenal. But anyway, I wake up Saturday morning and I pop the tube on, and maybe 6 o'clock, 6:30. Nothing going on. I'm just sitting there watching TV. And I wrote this down. I actually took pen to paper because I started thinking about, I've got to share this on the show. And that's depressing Saturday morning Boston television.
Saturday morning is probably the worst. Sunday morning is bad, but at least Sunday morning you have, by definition, CBS Sunday Morning.
Well, and you have some news programs that are there. Early on Saturday morning, it is the depression of the slew of Jesus, infomercials, and then the regular stuff that I went by. So I do not include in this list the regular programming that might have been cartoons and might have been a program that had regular commercials. All that I am sharing with you right now of my Boston morning of watching are the infomercials and the Jesus.
Right.
And it was insane. It was insane.
And you actually have a list.
And this is the thing. I realize at this moment, I said, do you know what we're inundated with in this country? We are inundated with pseudoscience. Because Americans don't pay attention to science because we're not smart.
Yeah.
And we are inundated with, you have more stuff that Lewis Black does a brilliant piece in his stand-up about Prevagen, which is the brain enhancer because it's made with a secret ingredient from jellyfish. Well, right there, what do we do as Americans? Because an announcer comes on an infomercial and goes, made from a secret from jellyfish. And it's like, you're sitting down there eating your Eggo, and you look over at your equally stupid partner, and you go, it's got to be good because it's got jellyfish. Duh. This is because it has electrolytes,
exactly,
right?
yeah. It makes plants grow. You mean water like from the toilet? No, it's got electrolyte. Makes plants grow.
It's got electrolytes. It's fantastic. We don't even think.
We don't question it.
If you present it as scientific fact, We lap it up without a mere thought of what it really is. So I begin my journey, and then I take pen to paper.
All right.
I start with, here we go. Dr. Ho, H-O, Dr. Ho's foot massager.
Wow.
That's the first infomercial I see.
So that's 30 minutes with Dr. Ho?
Yeah, no pseudoscience, no problem at all. You know, it's a foot massager.
He might not be a medical doctor.
But he's giving all the reasons that, this is the greatest thing. This is going to, give you an erection, whatever the hell. I mean, it's all the crap. And it's all the pseudoscience on that. Then I move right over. Next channel, Larry King, Omega XL Arthritis Cure.
All right, before you go on, I've watched this one. Because I'll watch.
Does that guy just babble complete bullshit like there's no tomorrow? And that scientist allegedly that he's talking to?
But Mike, as we know for years of studying him, is there any better platform and any better customer for it than Larry?
Because Larry.
Hi.
So you're saying if I take this and I inject it in my ass, I'm not gonna die?
What about
what it is?
Does the jellyfish? Do you do it? Huh?
Larry King Omega XL Arthritis Cure. It's not Larry King. I don't think his name's on it, but it's called Omega. Anyway,
well, actually, Mike, as the other thing comes from an extract from the jellyfish, the Omega comes from Larry King.
Let me ask you this, Rob Spivak.
Yeah, yes, Michael.
If you're reviewing this Saturday morning stuff, what do you think the numero uno product out there? What do you think they occupy most of the bandwidth?
I'm gonna guess digestion and movement of bowels.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I would posit to you that it's skin. It's skin health. Okay, it's skin. It's how you look.
Well, but don't put Larry on that one.
That's why there's Dr. Axe Multi-Collagen Makeover. Then there's the news. Then by the way, the news, I didn't even write down what that was on the news. Somebody shot a cat with a bow and arrow.
Oh, that's
sorry,
not fair.
But that's what I put down.
And the saddest thing about that, Mike, is the cat was unarmed.
Now, we mentioned Jay Leno before.
Yeah.
Well, he's hawking Jay's hawking LifeLock now because I guess Jay doesn't have enough money. Didn't Jay make $10 billion when he was on the Tonight Show?
And also, Jay
does he need to do an infomercial?
Jay still hasn't spent his Tonight Show money. He only spends his money from touring. I'm going to go out to Charlestown.
LifeLock with Jay Leno.
Playing Charlestown. So what is LifeLock? Is that insured? What is
Didn't
LifeLock?
linger with it, just like Jay Leno hacking LifeLock.
Oh,
yeah, you want to hack your life. You want to have you hack it. Don't let anybody hack your life. Yeah, Jay Leno. Then there's a cartoon. Then there's Jesus. Then the Get Power Kit for when your car dies.
Oh.
That's like a little kit. It's like a little thing you plug in for your car.
Okay.
Scott Yancey free real estate seminar. Jimmy Swaggart.
Am I supposed to know who Scott Yancey is? You say it like it's someone I should know.
Nah, he was on TV.
Okay.
Jimmy Swaggart singing about Jesus. A
cartoon.
I
like that.
Then it's New England, so it's Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady. Then AMC wins the day. American Movie Classics wins. Is that what it is? American Movie Classics?
They always want you to think they got their start like a Turner Classic Movies, but they've got a seedy underbelly, this AMC. What were they showing?
AMC wins. They win with the Three Stooges.
Oh,
which
good.
To me, I mean, the only reason that I didn't linger and stop there is because this became a homework assignment.
Yes.
I said I'd love to stop because that would have been my landing place. I would have been perfectly content.
Did you catch what episode it was?
No, I did not. You would do that. I don't do that. Ninja Food Thing.
The blender.
No, it's the air crisper.
That's another pile of BS.
Oh, maybe that's a separate one. They run together.
Of course.
Ninja Food Thing Air Crisp Turbo Air Fryer.
Oh, an air fryer, yeah.
Infomercial. Then there's TriPio. That's a program. Then there's a cartoon. Then there's the Foodie FOODI grill. Then there's the Crepey Skin Eraser with Jane Seymour. Crepey Skin is a big deal. Crepey Skin.
Is he still on BCN up there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Crepey Skin. Hey, how you doing? It's Crepey Skin. Crepey Skin Eraser with Jane Seymour. Crepe Erase on another channel. You had Crepey Skin Eraser and then Crepe Erase. People don't like, these old ladies don't like their skin sloughing off their old body.
How would you like to be at like one of these small TV stations looking at the ratings and saying, do you realize Crepe Eraser beat us by 0.2? How do we increase our numbers?
Right. Well, let me tell you, Ethel, maybe if you weren't sucking on a Marlboro Light when you were 38, you wouldn't have crepey skin right now. Then there is the New Wave Bravo XL air fryer. Another air fryer. Health.
Now, when you see these, do they compare to the original Jet Air oven that you bought from Dave Dornbush?
Yeah, that's the Food Saver.
No,
That was
that's
the
different.
Food
The Food Saver is the one that
Oh,
sucks
that-
the air out. You had a
Yeah.
hot air fryer at one
I
point.
know. I used to buy this stuff. Now I realize what
It turns your whole house into an
Thanks for
antenna,
reminding me.
Mike.
The New Wave air fryer,
Yes.
Jesus. Again, Jesus.
Yes.
Super Beets.
What?
Super Beets nitrate deficiency supplement. And then the body coverage professor for crepey knees.
More
There it is.
crepe?
More crepey. Crepey Skin, the number one, 4 separate infomercials within about an hour and a half period for crepey skin. And I guess crepey is not wrinkly. It's wrinkly and saggy.
Yeah,
I'm not even
yeah.
sure what it really is. All I know is Jane Seymour, who's got this big thing going on with skin. I rode up in an elevator at CBS Television City one time, and she had fur on her face.
She had very fuzzy.
So
I remember.
She might have been doing that. That's it. That's all
I realized that maybe we're not paying attention. We're paying so much attention to this opioid crisis. We need to pay attention to the crepey skin.
Crepey skin. That's it. And Larry King selling arthritis cures.
Does
That's
it make your fingers hurt?
I was, at the end of the thing, I was realizing that is all we do in our nation now is try to separate other fellow Americans from their money by, and listen, you know what? As somebody who sells tickets, you buy a ticket on our show and to our live presentation, you get a show. It's there.
Guaranteed.
No pseudoscience.
Guaranteed.
Bingo. You buy our fruitcake, you get a wonderful confection you can eat at Christmas time. All right, we're not trying to tell you that I have some magic formula that's going to make your Schwanstucker grow, okay? I'm not doing any of that, all right? You understand
However,
what I'm saying?
we had a few letters unsolicited last Christmas. People that rubbed fruitcake on their face. Crepey skin, a thing of the past.
There you go. And your arthritis will be gone, too. It'll be fantastic. And then you'll sing about Jesus with Jimmy Swaggart, who is still there.
That wasn't like a
all these
rerun?
years.
It was like live programming?
He
Good
looked
for
awfully
him.
young. Maybe it was. Maybe they were replaying it. I'm not sure.
Stay tuned for an outstanding...
It was a replay. Mike. It was an instant replay. I like that.
Stay
That
tuned
worked.
for an outstanding entertainment program, The Best of Swaggart.
The Best of Swaggart. I have sinned against you.
Oh,
I
God.
beg you, forgive me. We'll take a break, come back with more fun on the Mike O'Mara Show.
You asked, and we listened. Now you can listen on Spotify. In our never-ending effort to make it easier for you to access our content, The Mike O'Mara Show can now be streamed on Spotify. Just another platform that gives you full TMOS access. So go grab the show and listen, and spread the word. The more you know, the more we grow. TMOS on Spotify. Grab it.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I love Brooklinen.com.
Yes.
I sleep on their sheets every night. We didn't bring them to Maine. We were so miserable.
No wonder you
out
cut the
there.
summer short.
Yeah, we decided we'd come back in August because we didn't have our Brooklinen sheets.
You need them,
and,
man.
Now that the warmer weather is here, maybe it's time for you to switch up your bedding to something a little breezier, a little more lightweight, a little softer. Check out their linen collection with a beautiful assortment of colors. Brooklinen's got over 35,000 five-star reviews, more than any other online bedding company, and 500,000 happy sleepers and counting. Luxury linen without luxury prices. Brooklinen's linen collection is amazing. I couldn't recommend their products more. For graduates, newlyweds, friends, or family, or treating yourself to the bedroom upgrade you deserve. Brooklinen.com is giving an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Get 10% off and free shipping when you use promo code TMOS at brooklinen.com. Brooklinen is so confident that their product will be the best bedding you've ever had, that all their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. The only way to get 10% off and free shipping is to use promo code TMOS at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code TMOS. Brooklinen, these are the best sheets ever. All right,
Mike,
now
this just in.
Yeah.
You can get Fisher's Hard Lemonade at Total Wine and more around the Washington, D.C. area.
All right. Now, we'll have to talk off the air then. You and I will have to
There's
talk
one.
off air.
There's one near my home. Let me do a little surveillance after work today.
All right. But you know what I'd like before you... we'll talk off air because I think you will go out of your mind.
Wasn't
especially
there
with the warmer
wasn't
weather,
there a record
you know?
duck you used to know? We must talk.
We must talk. Kid Leo Travagliante.
Thank you for reminding me.
Don, we must talk.
We must talk.
All right, so you know, I was not the only one dropping a kid off. I'm at one end of the spectrum. You're at another end, and it's a weird dynamic. Being an older guy, I think you you feel a little more emotional when you're dropping off your little 6-year-old because, first of all, you realize that you're 60 and he's 6. You're 10 times older than he is. Anyways, so you had the experience, though, of taking your daughter to college. And now, was it you or you and your bride that went? It
was me and my bride, and Caleb, her boyfriend, came also because we had to take two vehicles.
That's unnecessary.
No, actually,
I'm sorry, he stays home for that. You tell him to stay home. That's not his thing.
When it came to lifting, it was necessary. Although we found he had practical applications, but he wasn't an A+ helper. I knew this when we were all getting her dorm room set up, and her quote to him was, "Caleb, can you alphabetize my records?" That was where we found him most useful.
Wow. So not a lot of the hefting?
No, well, you see, but here's the deal. I must
kind of a delicate man.
I will. He is a dancer. He's a dancer.
Okay.
I'll say something that I haven't said in over 30 years. VCU really handled this well. I was shocked.
Really?
We pulled up it was an early day. Our designated time for unload and move in, we had from 9 till 10.
This is this past weekend?
This Sunday morning. It was yesterday.
Okay. All right.
And so we had to be there between 9 and 10. And, Richmond from the D.C. area can be anywhere from really 90, 100 minutes to 3 hours, depending on traffic. So we left wickedly early. Julia and Caleb were in our crossover, which is the modern word for a station wagon, with the back seats back filled with stuff. And then the overflow was in our Buick, the POS mobile, the amazing POS mobile. And we followed them down. We get there, and you pull up in front of the Julia's dorm is called the Gladding Residence Center, which is the newest dorm on campus. And Mike, it's like walking into a Hyatt.
I'm so horrible.
Why?
I'm so hard because when you said you had that little bit of a pause.
Yes.
Tony, he had a little bit of a pause when he said Julia's dorm is named, and I just somehow wanted to say Julia's dorm is named the Stabbing Cap.
No, stop it.
All right,
stop it. It's called the farm.
I'm terribly sorry. All right,
so no, we get there, and
what's the name of her dorm? We don't need.
No, we don't need to. But it is the newest dorm on campus. It's about 18 months old. I know because
co-ed.
Yes, for the last 6 years.
Co-ed floors?
Yes, as a matter of fact, because they're suites. They're self-contained.
Oh, dear.
I know.
You bet they're suites.
I know. Hey, stop it.
Sample the suites, ladies and gentlemen. No, I saw the West Virginia University signs where Dad drop her off, and, there's a lot. It's just a rather charged environment.
I understand. But you don't need to underscore.
I want you to understand more, though. I want you to understand what's going on.
So, you drop your stuff off, you unload the things on the sidewalk, right? And then you go park your car. At that point, there's every 15 feet, there's a VCU attendant that comes up and asks if they can help you. They bring you a huge box on wheels to put all your stuff in, and then you roll it into the elevator right up to the room. Total unload time, I would say 10 minutes. It was amazingly fast.
A lot of sophomores doing that. A lot of sophomores doing that.
Yeah. And so we get
juniors
her
and seniors. By the way, when Caleb said goodbye, did he know that it's really goodbye?
Oh, yeah. It's done city, baby. It's like the end of Casablanca. Done.
Bye, Caleb. Bye. See you later.
There'll be girls at his college, too, I'm sure. But
okay.
we get up to her room, and here's where we catch a lucky break, is that her roommate is not moving in for a few days. So it's not two families trying to go back and forth and set up.
Have you met the roommate yet?
Julia has. I met her just to say hi. I've not talked to her, but they actually...
Does she look like Ali Sheedy from the Breakfast Club?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
We set aside 2 shelves for mascara alone.
My roommate's here. She's in the closet in the corner, scratching her head.
She seemed remarkably well-adjusted and a good kid, and they actually have
your daughter. You haven't met her yet.
I just to say hi and shake her hand, but they have a mutual friend, so she has a good review, and she hasn't cut in years,
that's
which is great, and the drinking's under control, so
that's good.
I'm shocked at this. You go in, and they have it's a suite, 2 bedrooms connected essentially by a bathroom.
Yeah, my daughter's in one of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and there is in her room a microwave. There is a refrigerator with a freezer. There is 2 sinks. I had to walk the length of a building to get to a sink when I was in college. They have 2 sinks so they don't have to share. They have 2 huge closets.
Are so incredibly different. The things that you pay attention to, the things that I would no more give a rat's ass where the sinks were. I bet you can't tell me whether the next door neighbors are boys.
Girls on either side.
Girls on either side.
On either side of the suites. Now, there are boys down the hall.
Four girls or 5 in a suite?
4.
4. Okay.
2 beds, and Julia got, and here's one thing, by being early, she got to choose her bed, and she got to choose her closet, and basically her desk, too. So she got
usually in a group of 4, 1 or possibly 2 will flame out during the school year, where sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes they become fast friends for life, but occasionally you have to weed out the one.
We'll see, because we've met her roommate on the other side of the suite. We met the one who was moving in today. She's from Taiwan, art student, but with broken English, but she seemed very, very nice. And we got the best remarks is that the one thing Julia really wanted is she wanted a record player to bring with her, because she's been collecting vinyl for the past year or so. And so I said it to myself, and I got her a record player.
Did the kid from Taiwan have some really good electronics? I'm sorry. Am I going to get in trouble? I wasn't
going to mention that it was a Sansui. Mike, it was a Sansui amplifier that I got her.
Was it?
She nodded with recognition.
Okay.
But that was, the record player was the thing that was on top of the big box of stuff coming up. Right. And to a person, every grown-up said, "Oh, record player."
Yeah,
record player. Yeah. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we got up there, got her set up, assembled a few IKEA-styled pieces of furniture. That was fun. Right. Got things all set, hooked her computer up to the network, and got her printer working, so she's all set.
See anything odd while you were moving her in?
No. It was just so remarkable. The one weird thing is that...
Smell any pot?
Not until I got in my car. The weird thing, every room... Every floor has its own fully functioning kitchen at the end of the hall, like with a stove and a refrigerator and a dishwasher. And then there's overlooking to there's always like a TV lounge, but then there's like a rec lounge that has a mini basketball game and air hockey and stuff like that.
On the floor or in the dorm?
In the dorm, the main room of the dorm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just... It felt like going into a nicer hotel. It was clean. The layout was really nice. Everyone was extraordinarily helpful.
We had in the community room at McDowell Terrace at American University in 1979.
What?
We had a still. A fully functioning still. Corn liquor. We flavored it, too. It was delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
And she has a beautiful view of the park, and everything fell together. And so we get there, and I'd say...
How's Richmond around where the school is? Has it gotten better since you were there?
Mike... I'll tell you 2 stories that are absolutely true. When I went to VCU, there was a theater in operation on Gray Street. It was called the Lee X Art Theater. And many, many people of your age, when I speak to them, they say, "That's where I saw my first porno." At the Lee X Art Theater. And they'd come from miles around to the Lee X Art Theater. That is now a beautiful performing arts center for VCU Theater. So they've taken over all that. Mike, gone are the show bars. Gone are all that stuff. VCU has bought everything. They own this entire area.
So it's a nice little area there.
Used to be when I'd go to bed, when I lived off a few blocks off campus, I'd pull the shades because, the gunshots, you didn't want them to give them anything to aim at.
Wow,
I would hear...
It was scary.
It was literally a frightening place to live. But now the area is nice. VCU has become a real school. And again...
Wasn't the grocery store you worked at off campus that was hinky, right? It was in a hinky neighborhood?
Horrible. And now the grocery store is the School of Agriculture. They bought that too.
Did you ever get rolled when you were going to and from work? Did you ever have a scary moment? Serious question. Did you ever have a scary moment?
I never did. Once you realize there was one legendary cross-dressing prostitute that lived on campus named Dirt Woman, and she never really meant any harm. But the first time,
well, I know what she liked to do if she had that name. I'm sorry.
I think you're right. You're right.
Probably.
But when someone from behind you screams, "Can I do you?" It's upsetting, but not scary. But
she liked big men.
I think she liked anybody.
Okay, all right.
Sort of like a feel-good ambassador for the neighborhood. She embraced all people.
Wow. Dirt Woman.
Dirt Woman, yeah. People within the sound of my voice will know of Dirt Woman.
Oh, wow.
So, passed, unfortunately. No longer with us. Right. But I'm so proud of her. When I got into VCU, even 30 years ago, getting in for general studies was no big deal. To get in under the art program and to do that is amazing. But
Did you cry?
I did a little bit.
Right.
The hardest thing is when you finished setting up and it's time to go, and you really can't stick around because they've got activities planned. And what do? This is not dropping them off at camp, or this is not a sleepaway at a friend's house. She's gone for the rest of the year pretty much. And I just said, honey, I don't know that you'll ever really understand how proud I am of you. And I'll tell you what my dad said when he dropped me off at VCU, which is don't screw this up.
Yeah.
And that's what my dad said. And it's valid advice, but
I said the same thing to my 6-year-old when I put him on the bus today. That's it. Don't screw it up.
But you screamed it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And thank you, David Smolar, for your advice. I took it to heart, and I said it to my son right before he left. If you have any problems or something's bothering you, find a grown-up to talk to. That was great advice, simple, and you were the first person to respond, and I appreciate it, David. Thank you very much.
That's valid advice here at Podcast Village as well.
Yes, we always tell Pony, if there's anything that goes wrong or somebody is bad to you, talk to
If Maddie is rude to you, if Maddie, bad touch, none of that.
Maddie, you better be ready tomorrow. We're going to ask you all about your trip to Ireland and Italy.
Oh, okay? Awesome. I can't wait.
You're a regular Rick Steves.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Google it.
That guy.
Hey, don't screw it up.
That guy. How boring would he be to travel with? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe he puts on the button-down shirt, and then after hours, he's getting a bunch of Bulgarian hookers in his room. Who knows?
Drinking hard lemonade, banging hookers.
Fisher's Island. It's good stuff. We'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Time now for Fun with Languages. Today we speak French. The French champagne is celebrated for its excellence.
Le champagne français est célébré pour son excellence.
The Mike O'Mara Show is celebrated for its laughter.
Le Mike O'Mara Show est célèbre pour ses éclats de rire.
Your subscription to the TMOS Bonus Show is a celebration of both excellence and laughter.
Votre abonnement au spectacle bonus TMOS est une célébration de l'excellence et du rire.
It's your passport to the passport.
C'est ton passeport pour le port du cul.
Zooby, zooby, zoo.
Kiss, kiss to you all.
Motto. It's the worst French dialect I've ever heard. That's why
I like the way
it.
he says "and." On the
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Third Love. If you need a bra, look no further than Third Love. You will get a perfect fit guaranteed thanks to Third Love and their Fit Finder quiz. Just answer a few simple questions online, and you'll find your perfect fit in 60 seconds for both size and shape, plus more sizes than most other brands, and true convenience. Skip the trip and try it on at home. Nice! Third Love bras feature lightweight, super thin memory foam cups. Only Third Love has them. Also, straps that don't slip and tagless labels mean no itching. There is a 100% fit guarantee. If after 60 days you don't love it, return it and Third Love will wash it and donate it to a woman in need. Carla loves hers. You're going to love yours. Your Third Love bra. Third Love has a perfect bra for everyone. So right now, they're offering our listeners 15% off their first order. Go to thirdlove.com/TMOS. When? Right now.
Time is now.
Yeah, man. Go to Third Love. Do it. Get 15% off your purchase. That's thirdlove.com/TMOS for 15% off today.
News.
Boo. After 8 blissful months of matrimonial harmony, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth,
perfect pronunciation,
have decided to call it quits. Miley's rep issued a statement saying, quote, Liam and Miley have agreed to separate at this time, ever evolving, changing as partners and individuals. They have decided that this is what's best while they both focus on themselves and their careers. They still remain dedicated parents to all of their animals they share while lovingly taking this time apart.
I want
Please.
I'm sorry. You listen to that statement. Thank God Miley Cyrus is taking some time for herself.
Yes,
because she doesn't come off as selfish, does she?
Not at all.
No.
Please respect their process and privacy. I guess by reading this, I'm not doing that. So anyway, they're quits.
The fact that they're releasing a press release means they don't want privacy.
Yeah, they don't want it at all.
This frees up lots of time for her to lick wrecking balls and all the things she likes to do.
Yeah, and kissing other women. Ooh. I'm always a little suspect when celebrities say they do all their child rearing by themselves.
Yeah.
But Janet Jackson made that claim in a recent interview. She said, quote, "It's hard being a working mother. I don't have a nanny. I do it all myself. Of course, when I'm working, someone watches him. But it's my baby and me." So I guess, does she have a dude around or a husband?
Well, she does. If she has a babysitter when she's working, then she really doesn't do it all herself. Because if she's touring, that's like working for 5 months.
Exactly.
You know what that is? It's a passel of lies. Shut up, Janet.
Thank you. Now listen, rumor has it that the Oakland Raiders frostbitten wide receiver Antonio Brown.
This guy.
He got frostbite by doing, is it cryogenic therapy?
I believe that's exactly right.
And his feet got messed up with that. But apparently he is willing to quit football if he is forced to switch to a different helmet to meet the NFL's new safety standards. There's no official word, but supposedly he's throwing a tantrum and the league isn't budging off its change in the helmets. The NFL has banned an old style of helmet because it no longer meets their updated safety standards. But Brown has been arguing with the team and the league for months, demanding permission to continue wearing his old helmet, which he's worn his whole career. This is an interesting thing. It's kind of like helmets in general when the NHL implemented them, and I kind of think you let the player do what the player wants if they sign off on it or something like that.
I always think back to Joe Theismann with his single bar. I doubt that would fly anymore, right?
No, that wouldn't fly at all. The league hasn't budged, and neither has Antonio Brown. He's repeatedly worn old-style helmets to practice, and every time team personnel have forced him to switch. So I don't know. I mean, it's
he's going to need the problem is it's an extra big helmet because of his huge brain. The guy that freezes his own foot off and gets frostbite in August.
The part. I'd like him to do a deeper dive on that. How do you freeze your feet? How do you freeze your feet? But anyway, good luck, Antonio.
Yes, best wishes.
Thank you. If you're one of those men who thinks even a Speedo isn't quite revealing enough on the beach,
I'm listening.
This is for you. It's a company called Maverick Swim. Well, I mean, come on. You know what's coming, right? They just released a new men's bathing suit. Oh, this is so gross.
What?
It's totally see-through.
Oh, no! Pony!
They say you can wear something under it or, quote, just go bare for fun.
That's not fun for anybody.
$27 on Maverick Swim's website.
Yuck.
I don't know who'd check this out. So when I went to the swim site, if you don't wear something underneath it, they're gonna see your twig and your berries, and they're gonna see everything out there.
Is it like just like plastic, like transparent?
It's just plastic. It's like transparent.
So wear a bag.
You can see
then.
your balls. That's it.
See your what?
Your balls. That's all.
That's all. Balls.
I mean, I think it's German.
Of course it is.
It might be German. I'm not sure.
I'll go with that.
It's gross.
Yeah,
it's just, the man bits are gross. A woman
How long does
it
keep you fresh?
Oh, God. Nasty.
Like a Ziploc.
I mean, but also, your junk doesn't look good coming out of the water anyway, right?
Well, you speak for
Especially
yourself,
if it's
pal.
cold. Well, that's right.
I get thank you notes. People send flowers.
Gross. Thank you. A woman in the UK recently posted on a British website for moms about an issue with another mom. This is fascinating.
Yeah.
This mom is throwing a 14th birthday party for her son at a go-kart track, and she is charging everyone $82 to attend. That includes $59 for the carts and $23 for transportation. What? $82 for go-karts? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Seems a little high, yeah.
80 miles round trip to and from the track. She also asked people to bring a lunch. The woman who posted about it said she feels like the mom is being unreasonable. You think? And she asked people if they agree, and they absolutely do. One other mom even figured out the mom throwing the party is making a profit. She says, quote, "No way would go-karting and transport for 30 teens cost over $2,400.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
true.
not sure. It might be in the UK. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's in the UK.
But also, she sounds like she's just, tight. You know what?
Yep.
If you're going to be that parsimonious, don't throw a party that involves an event like that. Bake a cake and have it in your house.
I watch a lot of British TV, so let me just say she's being a knob.
Yes, I agree.
She's probably doing it so she can have a lie-in on the weekend and not and save a little extra money. She's being a knob.
I wonder if she has one of those bathing suits.
The clear ones, those are for dudes. Man.
Yeah, well, she could wear it anyway, you know.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, that's for dudes, man.
And now a little something.
Yeah.
A former prisoner who tried to kill himself 20 years ago by swallowing a toothbrush. I guess with Jeffrey Epstein in the news, prison suicide is in the news. So this is an interesting
story. It's trending
story.
hot, Mike.
He tried to off himself 20 years ago by swallowing a toothbrush. He's finally had it removed from his small intestine 20 years later. The toothbrush was nearly unrecognizable and appeared to have completely blackened, and the bristles had disintegrated. The ex-con went to the doctors after experiencing pain in his abdomen, and he was sent for a CAT scan in Shenzhen, China. Love the Chinese!
Chinese cat, 2019.
Stunned by their discovery, doctors discovered the object lodged in his bile duct and asked how it got there. They used an endoscope to fish the toothbrush from his intestines. The man revealed how he had swallowed the toothbrush in his prison cell 2 decades ago in a botched suicide attempt. He had reportedly contracted HIV through his drug use. Bear with me, I just got back to work today, so my reading skills.
You're fine.
He reportedly had contracted HIV through his drug use, something for him at the time which was too much to cope with. Surprisingly, the toothbrush did absolutely nothing, and the dude carried out the rest of his sentence. He stopped taking drugs, began HIV treatment, and was released from prison with the all clear from HIV negative. He is now married with 2 children, and and incidentally, all of their teeth have never been whiter. There you go. See, there's a toothbrush in his. Yeah, there you go.
You know what's funny, Mike? The brand of toothbrush, it was not Oral-B.
Yes. Oh, God. It's anal B. Well, no, he swallowed it. Then it came out that way.
Yeah.
Or it might have come out through his mouth if they did an endoscope.
Oh, brush. You need to brush again. And replace those bristles.
A rigid sigmoidoscopy. We'll take a break, come back with more fun, and Rob Spiewak's famous audio vault.
Magic.
Right here on The Mike O'Mara Show. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Fruitcake time. It's back again, folks. TMOS Fruitcake Futures 2019. Your once-in-a-year chance. Once in a year? You mean once a year? Once a year, dipshit. Your once-a-year chance to snag a signature Rob Spiewak fruitcake. That's right. He signs them. Get ready to place your order for the taste of the holidays. They even taste better than you remember them. 2 big ways to purchase and support TMOS, including deluxe packaging and an exclusive new collectible and more. TMOS Fruitcake Futures. The holidays start right now. Put it in my mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
Oh, the fruitcake.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Sure, we all know that DNA testing can tell you about your ancestors.
Yeah.
But did you know it could also give you genetic information about your personal health and your personal traits? We've all used 23andMe, and our results were fascinating and eye-opening. 23andMe can help you understand your genetic predisposition to health conditions like type 2 diabetes, harmful blood. Where are you on that one? Did you check that one out?
I'm okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Thank you for caring.
Harmful blood clots. You check that one out? Inherited high cholesterol. I know you got that, right?
No, my cholesterol's good.
Okay. And hereditary breast and ovarian cancer.
All clear.
You won't ask.
All clear.
Understand more about yourself today, and you can improve how you live your life from here forward. There's a whole world of genes just waiting to meet you in over 125 personalized genetic reports on your health, traits, and more. Your 23andMe health reports can give you insights about your DNA so you can build a health plan that is as unique as you are. Remember, 23andMe reports do not diagnose disease or describe overall likelihood of developing any disease. 23andMe tests select genetic variants only. Visit 23andMe.com/TMOS for important test information. Order your health and ancestry kit at 23andMe.com/TMOS, and you can meet your genes in over 125 personalized genetic reports. I said that twice.
Yes, it's very important, though. They need to know this.
That's the number 23andme.com/TMOS. There we go. Let's open up the audio vault for today. This is August 12th, 2019. Rob Spiewak.
We're watching you, Canada. I don't trust you.
I'm going to move there.
Don't.
I'm there.
You should. Well, if you did, you should have already done it because here's what happened.
What?
Chase Bank is removing credit card services for all of their Canadian customers. They're not going to offer credit cards up there. So that leaves them with the people that already have credit cards in Canada with Chase Bank. What to do? They said it's in the best interest of everybody. Chase Bank is forgiving all balances on all Canadian credit cards that they hold. Just forgiving them.
I don't get it. Why?
I think they were vague. They said that it is in the best interest of the bank and the credit card holders to forgive all Canadian balances. So if you are a Canadian and you have a Chase Bank credit card, you don't owe on it anymore. People in Canada are flippin' lighted.
Elated, honestly. I reanalyzed my budget, kind of reallocated the funds that I was sending to that to my other bills and things like that. We're here saving for a house. That's why we've moved back in with my parents. So this all goes into that pool, and it's a big win.
So watch it, Canada. We're watching you. I don't know what's going on.
It does not make sense. I wish I knew more about
I think it would probably have to do with if they weighed against the effort to go to collections. Maybe that's it.
Because Canadians aren't paying their bills? Is that what it is?
Probably. They're, bad people.
No, come on. I mean, I'll research. I'm fascinated by that.
But it seems odd to me. Now, Joe Rogan had on Bernie Sanders, and he had a question that I found interesting. But really the interesting thing here is Bernie Sanders now sounds like a not very good impressionist doing an impression of Bernie Sanders.
If you got into the office and you found out something about aliens, if you found out something about UFOs, would you let us know?
Well, I'll tell you, my wife would demand that I let you know.
Is your wife a UFO nut?
No, she's not a UFO nut. It's just, Bernie, what is going on? Do you have any access to records?
You don't have any access?
I don't. Honestly,
No?
I don't know.
Okay. You let us know, though?
All right, I'll be on the show. We'll announce it on the show. How's
Please.
that? All right,
Please
you got
do.
it, Joe.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
Joe, thank you very much.
Bernie Sanders and Joe Rogan smoking pot and talking aliens.
Smoking a big potty.
Hey, pass that over here.
Hey, my wife is a UFO supporter.
Do you think his wife
cares about UFOs?
Bernie, does your wife smile a lot?
Pass me the blunt. How come? I have a question for you. How come your podcast is so much more successful than Mike O'Mara's?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Joe Rogan, fantastic podcast. Great for the biz.
You have your Florida man stories, and I love that.
Yes.
But I'd like today to turn the focus a little further north to West Virginia man. And his name is called Billy Tatum.
Okay.
Billy Tatum lives in West Virginia, and he lives in a neighborhood, and they have been harassing local government. There's a tree that needed to be removed in his neighborhood.
Billy Tatum.
Well, Billy Tatum said they came out and removed the tree, but guess what? When they cut it down, it fell on a car. Not Billy Tatum's car, but Billy Tatum saw it.
Okay.
Would you like to hear his description?
I can imagine his description. Here we go. Get ready for Grammar 101.
William Tatum.
Sounded like a beer can getting flattened. It just was crunch. It was. I hate to say it, it was kind of cool. I mean, what guy, doesn't like, destruction? Yeah, that's why we go to demolition derbies. But hey, bottom line, that's that poor girl's new car, and she can't get to school now.
There really weren't any real glaring grammatical errors.
But he was just excited. They've really
Can you play Billy for me one more time?
What
please?
I love is the fact he's really turning lemons into lemonade. It's sad that the girl's car got crushed, and at the end he wistfully acknowledges that, but he loves the sound.
Sounded like a beer can getting flattened. It just was
O'Mara's
crunch.
restaurant.
I hate to say it, it was kind of cool. I mean, what guy, doesn't like, destruction? Yeah, that's why we go to demolition derbies. But hey, bottom line, that's that poor girl's new car, and she can't get to school now.
She can't get to school now.
I need a cigarette.
Maybe he could give her a ride to school. Do you think he knows where the school is?
I don't think so. Billy Tatum.
Billy Tatum. Shark Week was, I believe it was while you were gone that Discovery did Shark Week. So a lot of people talking about sharks and shark safety. Bill Maher offers some very helpful thoughts here.
The best way to prevent shark attacks is by not going in the ocean. The ocean's their turf. You'll never be attacked by a shark on land. Sharks don't come onto land because they're afraid they'll get shot.
I like that joke. Dateline Frankfurt, Germany, a couple days ago. There's an organization called Rockin' 1,000. It's made up of 1,000 volunteer musicians.
Okay.
1,000 musicians got together in a stadium, looked like a soccer stadium, big soccer field.
1,000?
1,000 musicians, and they all played the Rage Against the Machine song, Killing in the Name. The thing that blows my mind, they actually sound like they kind of got it together. Keep in mind, this is 1,000 musicians. Not bad, right?
Be fun to be there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they had a big conductor up on a podium, like 600 guitars, 200 drummers.
That is so cool.
And one bass player that didn't get laid. So that's
smoking a doob.
That's smoking a doob with Bernie Sanders.
No, I'm not. You are the only bass player out of 1,000 musicians. Tell Joe Rogan to give you a nice giant fatty to smoke before this concert.
Thank you.
We close with this, and you can find it if you Google it. This, to me, is my find of the entire weekend.
All right.
You ever close your oven door and it squeaks and just needs a shot of WD-40, right?
Don't touch it. Never touch it.
Squeaky oven door. This lady realizes that the squeak on her oven door sounds just like the Usher song, Yeah. So first we will hear the oven, and then we will hear the song.
Awesome.
Here's the squeaky oven door. Yeah! Yeah!
Play the oven by itself again.
It's just a squeaky oven door.
Fabulous.
One more time. Yeah! All right, that's your Magic Audio Vault. Welcome back, Mike. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Fantastic. Hey, we got, look, I don't know how many tickets we have left to TMOS 10th anniversary celebration on the 16th, but I think we're in single digits, so if you want to go to that show, I think you got like one more day.
You got to do it.
And
do
maybe not. I could be wrong.
It could be already too late, Bernie. Put that joint down.
Right now, put the joint down.
And also tickets I'm sorry, not tickets. Fruitcakes are for sale. I just got back. Give me a break, all right?
I think you did fine. You did fine.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Fruitcakes, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com, hit on fruitcakes,
and you'll get the fruitcakes that will hopefully get to you for Christmas time. It should be spectacular.
Hanukkah, too. It's not just Christmas, Bernie.
Yeah. That's it.
The whole holiday season.
So anyway, thank you for joining us, for Rob Spiewak and everyone else associated with this program. I bid you farewell. Goodbye, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I could pull a better cartoon out of my ass. Hey, whoa! Wasn't that great, kids?
Good night, Herr Doctor.
Good night, Frau Blucher.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.